Hey folks, and welcome back into Postcard Travel TV. I'm your host, Lou. This is Dennis. We are your travel gurus. Actually, I'm more of a travel enthusiast. He's really the guru. I like to travel. He knows what he's doing. So there's a big difference right there. If you've never seen us before, guys, we are part of the Postcard Travel Planning. We bring you news on cruises and flights and hotels and just travel in general. We give you tips. We give you all kinds of special deals right here on the show. We're here every Sunday from 11:30 to 9 right here on Binge TV. Dennis, I want to talk to you about something that is very important, and that is choosing the right vacation. For the people out there, I like to call it chart plotting, because you're picking a direction, you're going there. What's the best way to do this?
So if you're trying to, well, if you're doing it on your own or if you're going with a travel agent, we're going to do it for you. But first you want to find out what are your dislikes, not necessarily your likes at first. What is a deal breaker? Not going to do that. So that takes that off the table and it narrows it down a little bit quickly.
Right.
Then look at things that you want to do, you may want to go see and do. And let's talk cruises particularly. So if you're going to pick your itinerary, so you want to look at what are you going to do in that country? What do you plan to do?
Right.
Look at, and you can go online and see a lot of stuff. And we get a lot of people that do that first and then call us, and then we build out their plan. Or we qualify the person themselves. We talk to them, find out what their dislikes are, what their likes are. Are they traveling with children, special needs, older people, younger people, whatever it is, special needs with food. And we set the plan up for them, and then we try to give them like 2 to 3 good options.
Right.
And then we can switch them around and pair it up that way.
Right, and we've talked about this before, the difference between like using a real travel agent like what you guys do with Postcard Travel versus like somebody that works for a cruise line or an all-inclusive or anything like that, where they're going to try to keep you within their brand.
Right.
You know what I mean? You guys don't look at that. You look at the big picture. Like, for instance, if I came to you and said, well, Dennis, Kelly and I want to go away for a week, and but Kelly gets seasick. I'm thinking cruises are off the table at that point.
So yes, cruises are probably off the table. Then we move over to an all-inclusive.
Right.
We have some resorts that we deal with all the time, or it might be a trip to a city to explore. It may be going over to Europe, or maybe going to Dubai. But a lot of the all-inclusives are very similar to a cruise, but you stay put and you're not at sea.
Right.
And so like we deal with Sandals, we deal with Club Med, Secrets, Couples, all of them, RIU. We deal with all of them around the world, so we can set you up with the right vacation and the right planning. So I love that chart plotting, because that's pretty much what we're doing. Yeah,
that's what that's really what you do. Well, and at the end of the day, too, and this is, again, we keep coming back to this, folks, but here's why. When you talk about a real travel agent, okay, not using AI, not using the website yourself or somebody that works for that company. What you're getting is somebody that's got experience, that's done these things, that knows, and by asking you questions, like Dennis said, find out what they don't like first. So once we know what you don't like, then it's easy to give you what you are going to like. And I love the fact that, you guys think about it that way. You look at it like, okay, so, and even if it was like, oh, yes, I know I want to cruise. I definitely want to cruise. Well, then that narrows it down a little bit, but there's still a pretty big funnel to go through, because it's the different cruise lines, different personalities, right? And the ships. And the ships are another thing. So the ships have their own personality and culture themselves. Even a ship that's the same ship, let's say same category and class. Yeah. The ship has a whole different culture. The staff and everything just kind of makes it different. Picking the ship, which is interesting. So cruising, many years ago, cruise ships used to take you to a destination. Yeah. And then you'd get off and do whatever and get back on the ship to sleep and eat, have some drinks and maybe some shows. But now the shows have become like unbelievable, spectacular. The ships have become destinations. Oh, yeah. So a lot of ports, Amy and I travel so much that we go on ports and we never get off. Yeah. So we still work on the ship, so we'll take advantage of working. But we stay on the ship and enjoy it. And when a lot of people get off the ship becomes your ship. Yes. It's more like a private yacht. I love a port day. If we go into a port where I've already been, like, I won't get off Kelly and I might say, is there anything we want to see, anything we want to do? If there's not, then we stay on the ship and there's nobody on the ship. And you're like, wow, this is amazing, because you don't wait for anything. Not that you really wait long anyway, but you really don't wait for anything. The thing that was interesting to me is the difference, and this is something that like 10 years ago wasn't a thing. the giant ships versus the smaller ships, and how that changes it too. You know, when you're on the ship with 8,000 people versus like a couple of thousand.
Yeah, and my wife Amy's really good at this. You know, we built this travel agency up from the ground, but building it by customer service and by taking the time to get the people on the right cruise, right, the right ship, the right all-inclusive,
right,
so that they value price or whatever, but we try to get them fit so that they enjoy their vacation. Because most people only have so much money and so much time, and why ruin your vacation? Just take a little time and talk to an agent, like somebody at PostCard Travel, because we have over 30 agents and we qualify all of them as well to be working at PostCard Travel.
You know, the other thing, you know, jumping off of that was interesting to me was I'd never been on, what do you call them, a super ship or a monster ship?
Yeah, they call them mega ships.
Mega ships. Okay, so until we went on Icon of the Seas, which is currently the largest ship in the world, I'd never been on something that big. And it was just crazy to me. I was afraid that it was going to feel like, you know, we were at a concert everywhere we went. Like there was just so many people and it was so crowded. It didn't feel like that at all. I mean, really, it's so big and so open.
So one of the things that they do, and Carnival's big on this, and so is Royal Caribbean, is they have what they call neighborhoods.
Yes,
they got areas. You can go to Boardwalk, you can go to the Central Park, you can go to the Atrium, you can go up to the Solarium, pools. We were actually on Icon with Lou, and I got a video that I took. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a sea day, and the atrium, the main atrium, which is packed on day one because people get in there and they don't know where to go yet. And it was like there was nobody. It was almost like a COVID cruise when there was hardly anybody. Yeah, it's because everybody's in spaces.
Yeah.
They find their own likes and dislikes, and it separates.
It's really amazing. Folks, if you've never been on a mega ship, if you've never been on a cruise, give us a call. You see the URL on the screen right now. You can go to the website or use that magic QR code, join our travel club. We're going to be back in just a few moments with the brains at PostCard Travel. Amy, she's going to tell us about the things you should think about adding to your cruise package, right? We'll be right back in just a second. Hey folks, welcome back into PostCard Travel. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Lou. This is Amy who's joining us now. And then of course on the end, that's still Dennis.
That's right.
So now the reason that we brought Amy back with us is we want to talk to you about something we call add-ons. We have a special new segment called Amy's Add-On.
That's right.
Tell everybody what an add-on is when it comes to a vacation.
So you could have an add-on as a drink package. You could have a specialty dining package, which we're going to talk a little bit about. You can add on a special birthday decoration to your room for your spouse or your family, whoever's going. There's so many add-ons. But again, your wife, Kelly, came up with this because when we cruised together, she's like, I love Amy's add-on. She didn't think about things that, like doing the specialty dining, different things that you can group together. So I love that she came up with that name because I do love to add on to your vacation.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the one I think we're going to focus on is going to be drink packages. Because I think a lot of people out there, you know, who don't know any better, let me say that, think that by adding a drink package, they're just spending extra money. But what are they really doing when they add a drink package?
So what you're really doing is you're not worrying about your vacation or what you're doing, especially on cruise ships, okay? Yes, we always tell people, please do not think about what you're spending and try to add up, oh, I have to drink 10 drinks or I have to drink 7 drinks. Because it's not just alcoholic drinks. It's soda, it's specialty coffees, it's bottled water because I think Royal Caribbean is one of the only ones that does include bottled water in your drink package. So there's different little things, and I know Dennis likes to also add on to that about the drink package.
Protein drinks. A lot of people go to the gym and work out like I do, and in the morning on Celebrity, one of the things I do is go to the Fresh Bar, and they would make a homemade protein drink right there, fresh fruits and everything, and that's all included. You're not paying $7, $8 extra. And Amy's right about the drink package. We try to qualify this thing all the time with people, and they say, well, I don't drink that much at home. Right. Because
you're home. You're home. Yes. You're home. Neither do we. Exactly.
But
yes.
When you get on a cruise nowadays, because years ago they didn't have these drink packages, it makes it an all-inclusive, worry-free, like Amy said. Every person I have a conversation with, I try to explain to them, don't try to do the dollars and cents. It doesn't make sense. We know people that have spent too much with not having a drink package.
Yeah.
And we know everybody that we talk to, nobody ever comes back and says, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Done it.
No, they all said, I should have done that.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, let's talk a little bit about pricing. So
Yeah, tell me.
you have to think about when you're getting an alcoholic drink on a ship, it's between $15 and $20.
Not cheap.
Okay.
Yep.
And then they add the 18% gratuity every single time you get a drink.
Right.
Your sodas are about $5 to $6. Okay. Again, 18% gratuity. So when we say you have to have 7 to 8 drinks, we're not just talking about alcoholic drinks. We're talking about all over.
Everything.
Yeah. Bottles of water are $4. Protein
Yeah.
shakes are 10. So it's everything you got to take into consideration.
Yeah.
So if you have 5, 6 sodas a day, you're paying for, you're going to end up paying more than if you got a drink package.
For sure. Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
One
Dennis.
point.
Go.
So she's right, and so like a beer on there, $7, $8, right, on average, and 18% gratuity. We want to say that it's not state gratuity. That gratuity goes to the staff.
Yeah, it's tipping.
So you
yes,
get a
it's
tip.
tipping. Yes.
It's a tip, so it's not like it's going somewhere else. So it is important, but it is right. A $12 drinks like a bourbon might be $12 to $14. Then you throw a little bit of 18% on there.
Yeah.
It's worth doing, and the drink package, that's all included.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
all included.
Well, and so the other thing about the drink package that I noticed right away, because Kelly and I have cruised before in the past and we never got the drink package because no one told us about it.
Right.
So we would pay for our drinks and have to sign every single
Yes.
time we got a drink, which is a pain all unto itself. But then at the end of the cruise, you get a bill. Nobody likes bills.
No.
We would get a bill at the end of the cruise, and it would be literally we could have brought another person with us on the
Yes.
cruise for what we were. And we're not
Yes.
huge drinkers by any means.
Yes.
But just that they charge so much, and in your mind you don't think about the sodas and you don't think about all the other things that you drink throughout the day. So that was the one thing. But for me, I think that on this cruise, what the biggest thing was freedom. I didn't
Yes.
think of one bit about do I want to get another drink or do I not, or if I didn't like a drink.
Right.
I felt like I had to finish it.
Exactly. Get something else.
You just go and you get something else.
Yes.
It's literally that simple. to
Yes.
do.
So let's talk about the ones a lot of people say, well, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are people.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But it does make sense to get they call it a soda package. Because you
Yes.
also have to think, and it's also non-alcoholic drinks included.
Right.
So when you do that, it's a refreshment package, I think, on Royal Caribbean. You still have to think about what you would drink if you're
Yeah.
going to do the coffees, non-alcoholic, because you are still even non-alcoholic drinks, $7, $8, $9.
Oh, sure.
Powerade, Red
Powerades,
Bulls,
everything.
Red
So you
Bulls,
really, again,
energy
that's
drinks.
why you need a real travel agent to qualify, not just
Right.
say no, you don't need it, or yes, you do. What are you drinking? What is it going to save you? And 9 times out of 10, when we tell people, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that makes sense, perfect sense,
Yeah.
because they were closed-minded to it at first, and you just have to think about it.
You know what I think the other thing too, guys, is that I think getting the drink package makes you more adventurous. Because
Yes.
in our next segment we're going to talk about the drink of the week. Now, a lot of times they're pretty complicated drinks that these guys make at the bars, but you might not try one.
Right.
Because you want to stick to whatever it is you know.
Our
Right.
drink of the week. the last couple of drinks of the week, we probably wouldn't have tried those had we
Yeah.
not had the drink.
Or if you had to pay for them singly.
Yes.
You're not going to try something you normally would not try. You're like, oh, let me try
Yeah,
that. Let
for
me try that.
$14 or $15.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Try
You're
it.
not. Oh, and then the last point I want to make about that is that on Royal, at least when we went, we bought the drink package where we got top shelf on that.
Yes.
So if we wanted to have a vodka drink, it was going to be a top shelf vodka.
Yes.
If we were going to drink a bourbon or something, it was top shelf. I mean, so there was no quibbling, oh, should I get the good stuff or should I get, what I mean?
Correct. You ask for it.
Yeah.
You're paying. You've already paid for it. Ask for it.
You
So
pay
it's
for it.
fantastic.
Right. And then the last thing we want to talk about here when it comes to the drink packages, all these add-ons and stuff, is go to our website. Do you see the QR code on the screen right now? You see the URL right there. That's the easiest way not only to get in touch with these guys to book a trip, but also to find out about all the special deals that come up on sometimes a daily basis.
Yes, and I want to say one more thing. You do want to book that drink package ahead of time, because if you wait to do it on the ship,
Yeah.
it's a lot more expensive than if you do it ahead of time.
Yeah,
So always book it ahead of time.
It's dynamic
Always.
pricing, so it's changing.
Yes.
The specials come out. You got to take advantage of the specials early on. Dynamic pricing, so it can change daily.
Right.
But
That's why you gotta stay on it, though.
BOGO,
That's right.
30%
And again,
off,
that's what we're
40%.
here for, right?
That- and
that's
that's
why
why
we're doing the show.
That's why you want a real travel agent.
Yes.
That's why you join us here every weekend at 11:30 right here on Binge TV. We're going to be right back after these commercial breaks. Hey folks, welcome back into PostCard Travel TV. I'm Lou, this is Dennis, and we're your travel gurus. So, this is the last segment of the show. We've got a couple things we want to talk about here, a little housekeeping we're going to do. The first thing is we want to talk about the PostCard Travel Club.
Right.
That we encourage everybody to join. A lot of folks have asked us, how do we do that? There's two ways. One, you can go to the website. All right, and if you want to go to the website, you can do that using the URL that's on the screen. The other way, and it's actually the faster way, is that you can do this using the QR code that's on the screen. And all you've got to do is take out your phone, open the camera app, point it at that, and it's going to open up a URL for you, a website address. Just go to that, and there's a bunch of choices on there. But the big deal is join the travel club because, and this is something you were telling me about, there are weekly specials, and we call them pop-up specials because they happen so fast.
That's right. So the weekly special or the pop-up special, they could come in at any time. Like there's cruise lines that they'll put out to us, hey, there's a flash sale or a special sale,
right?
And it could be like they want to sell 100 balconies or 200 inside rooms, and once those rooms are gone, they're gone. Sometimes it's 24-hour sales, sometimes it's 48.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but those will just pop up randomly. So you got to keep checking.
Yeah. If we could, we'd be on the air 24 hours a day telling you all of this, but we can't. So you got to take some of that work, and you got to go to the website, and the easiest way is join the travel club. You'll get those alerts, you'll get the newsletters, and it'll let you know. Okay, so we're going to move on now to my favorite segment, and I think it's yours too.
Yes, it is.
The drink of the week.
I've been accused of that.
So which cruise line and what ship this time?
So MSC World America.
Okay.
MSC Cruise Line.
Right.
And we got our drink of the week coming from the casino. So.
Ooh, all right. Take a look at this.
All right, today we're on MSC World America, and we have Rwanda. She's going to do our drink of the week, which is going to be the shot of the week. It's the Rwanda Special Pistachio. Okay, let's go. We have Bailey's first, Blue Curacao, Di Serrano. We got double trouble because he's going to make the other one. Nice. Blue Curacao.
And now, amaretto.
Amaretto. Already I like it. Now I know where we get the blue from.
Now it's time to shake.
Now it's the shake. All about the shake, right? SC Cruises, she was amazing. Look at those drinks. You already like it, right? Don't be scared, it's a good one. And the color, it tastes just like pistachio. So we'll see. A lot of pressure right here.
Yeah, it's always really nice.
Cheers. All right. Slide it over. Dan?
Wow, what's that?
All right, guys. Ready to go? Let's cheers it. All right, Al. Al's our official tester, all the way from New York. New York's finest right here. Let's go. Cheers. Let us know how it is. Drink of the week is the shot of the week. Ready? Go. Amazing. What do you think? All right, guys. The drink of the week for PostCard Travel. MSC World America has been nothing but spectacular. All the way. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, folks, welcome back in. Now, that was pretty cool. That was different because normally we do a drink. That was a shot.
Yeah. So our drink of the week is the shot of the week.
Shot of the week.
And shout out to our bartender there, Rowena.
Yeah.
She is absolutely amazing. We met her actually on a MSC cruise right after COVID, and it was nobody at the bar. There's times when I was the only person sitting there.
Wow.
She took special care of us, and we have been on several cruises, and she's an example of the staff. You become friends with them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, treat
For
them
sure.
good, tip them good. And we stay in touch on Facebook. We find out what ship she's on. We try to go on ships with her. Well, she did that shot of the week. And that pistachio, and if you guys seen it on that.
Looked amazing.
Absolutely. It's three ingredients. We called it the Rowena special, but it's the
that.
pistachio. Yeah, and it has Di Serrano in it, it had Bailey's in it, and it had Blue Curacao in it to make that. And I'm going to tell you why I like that shot. It's favorable for everybody. So younger people, older people,
Yeah.
maybe some people like sweeter drinks, somebody
Yeah.
don't. everybody can drink it. It's not too sweet, but it's not a tart whiskey, shot. Like,
Yeah. Some people don't like that. Well, and it's also
pretty awesome. Yeah.
It's a shot, but it's not really a shot. It's not like you're doing a shot of like straight alcohol of some
Yeah.
sort. And it's a smaller drink too, so I think that's part of it as well. Because
Yeah,
it's not
it's
going to
good.
fill you up. You're not going to be sitting there going, "Oh my God." That's the cool thing about these ships, though, is that every bar has different drinks, and the bartenders, a lot of them have their own. Like that's the Rowena special. That's her special drink. You know, so when you go from place to place, you find different drinks and different, bartenders.
Well, and that's a very good point, because we don't just go up to a bar and say, make me a drink of the week. We kind of qualify the bartender.
Yes.
Got to have some kind of personality. I got a great story. Got off the port in Boston, going to do a drink of the week. And I was talking with this guy. It was a local beer.
Yeah.
And I was going to, and I have it. It's the funniest thing in the world. I never posted it, but the guy was the driest person, no personality. I think he's still in Boston looking for his personality. I'm like, wow, how could you hate your life that much?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is fun. It's fun to do. Plus, we find different drinks and different specials.
Yeah, all over the
different
place.
ships, different. Yeah, there's 6, 7, 8, 9 bars on a ship. So
Yeah, so
we
got
have fun
plenty-
with it.
You can do a pub crawl on a ship these days. It's absolutely insane. Well, folks, we've run out of time here at Postcard Travel TV, so that's going to be it for this week. I want to remind everybody out there to go to our website, also click that QR code, join the travel club, because you've heard us say it several times now. There are going to be pop-up specials that are going to be happening. Some of them only last for an hour or a day. All right, so we will see you back here next week on Binge TV at 11:30 next Sunday. Take care.